welcome. Please respond in the chat. Can you see me? Can you see me? Can you hear me? Because it had some kind of thing at the beginning. Can you see me, please? Please respond to me if you can see me. Yes? Someone in the chat, please put if you can see me. Welcome, welcome. For those of you who are going to watch it later, this is a live. Please type in the chat. Can you see me? Can you hear me? Okay, that's good. Okay, thank you. We are talking, I'm switching the topic a little bit. Before, I've been talking about school a lot. You see the way I'm dressed today? I'm not in a school t-shirt. Because I noticed that is something else going on. It's called confidence. Confidence. Let's talk confidence today. Welcome, welcome. If you're seeing me for the very first time, I'm Sherifa Nakalema. I'm a business owner in Virginia, USA. And I work from home. I work anytime I choose. It wasn't always like that. I had to clean homes here in Virginia. My story is long. But now I'm working online from home. And I'm also sharing how to make passive money. But before we go into all that, I realized we have a disease. And the disease came from childhood. It's called confidence. Let me ask you. By the way, welcome. Nice to see you, Madina, in the chat. Let me say hello to the people in the chat. Please bear with me for a second. Let me see. I'll go up. Kalibala, Habat, Mutuba Agency, Kimera, Panina, Ara is in the house, Salma, all of you. Let's see, Madina, always nice to see you. Lawrence here too. You're in class. He always says, yay. Okay, welcome, all of you. Please, if you are on the outside, please chat. Put in the chat so I can see you. Those of you who watch it later, please, this is important. Have you ever, like in your life, you feel like you're working hard? I'm working hard. This year, I have to finish this, I have to get this, I have to get that. But then the year ends, you didn't finish it. What happened? Then maybe you are excited about something, because I get this all the time. I invite people to come do this, come do that. They get so excited for one day, then the following day, they're not excited anymore. You wonder what happened? Yeah? Oh, Hassan Khalid in the house too. Welcome. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah. So, there's something called, maybe some people may call it low self-esteem. The experts have the right names, but for me, I'm going to just throw out these words, okay? Some people say low self-esteem. Others say low self-confidence. Others will say doubt. You doubt yourself. Others would say low self-image, although later I realized actually self-image is a little bit deeper. You feel low. So I'm going to give you 10, I did some research, 10 signs you may have these issues. 10 signs for a man and 10 signs for a woman. That's what the life is about. Low confidence. It's affecting your success. It's affecting why you're not achieving your goals. And I share my stories, but not today. Today, I'm not sharing my stories. You may wonder, why am I saying this? Where do I get it from? Let me tell you. Before I give you the 10 signs, I want you to first believe that this is really true. And these things, if you are lucky, if you don't have these issues, you're going to thank especially your parents and where you grew up. Because like 99% of the people, they have the issues. The only difference, some, when they grew up and realized they have these issues, they went to a therapist, they went through this program, and they healed themselves. They healed the wounds. We are all sick people walking around, I'm telling you. So I got to know about this, that just going to school is not enough. Okay, you went to school, you did good grades, you're so smart. It's not, doesn't mean you're going to be successful. No. The confidence. Have you ever had, we have a very good example. The late, what is the name? The late BMK, those of you who are in Uganda, that was an example of a person with high self-confidence. Because if you know, he wrote a book. I have the book right here. When I read the book, I could not believe it. The guy didn't go, was it S1, S2 level of education? And he died a millionaire and all the things he did. Self-confidence, his was very, very high. And it all came from his childhood, the way he saw his uncles and his dad, all that. He tells the stories. But let's talk about me, how I discovered that actually these issues can affect us. I'm telling you, they're affecting you. I learned a lot from when I came to America. I was watching Oprah a lot. I don't know if you know Oprah Winfrey. So please like it and share it, and share with your friends. Share with them, let them come. These issues, we all need to learn about them. So I was watching Oprah, and at some point, Oprah brought in Dr. Phil. Some of you know Dr. Phil, and I quote them a lot because I learned a lot. Something called, when you hear someone talking about personal development or self-improvement, I just added in Luganda over, that's what they're talking about. That just going to school is not enough. There are some other issues you have to work out. And these issues I'm talking about come from childhood. Childhood. That's why these things happen. So I was watching Oprah, then later he brought in Dr. Phil, right? And Dr. Phil used to bring examples of weird things that are happening between people, and he was showing us how he was solving the issue. So he would go and put cameras. So when people wrote to him, up now he's still doing these things, because later he created his own show. He left Oprah, okay, he created his own. He would come and put cameras in your house and see how you people behave. And then later when he was doing the show, they cut out some pieces that will show us what actually he recorded in the house. So this was an example of a husband and a wife. Some of you who listen to me a lot, you heard this story before, but let me repeat it again so you see that what I'm saying is actually affecting people. So he brought a case of a husband and a wife. And the issue was, I don't know who wrote in the show. I think it was maybe the mother of the man. Someone had wrote into Dr. Phil to say, help these people. The marriage, they're about to divorce. And the issue was, the woman was telling the man what to do like he was a baby. Yet he was the husband. So they put the camera on to show us what happened in their household. They were eating. They were on the table eating. And then they're eating. Then the woman says to the man, okay, go get me a drink. Go fix a drink for me from the fridge. Something like that. So the man stands up and go gets a drink for the wife. And then I think sometimes she would do the weird thing to this man. And you wonder, this is a white couple, by the way. You may wondering what kind of people were they? They were white people. They were maybe in their late 20s or somewhere there. They were not too old. They were like that. I said, what kind of man would agree to do these kind of things? It was very, very weird. So after we watched it, everyone was saying, what? He did that? What? What makes you do these things? And you're not complaining. The man was not complaining. So now Dr. Phil goes deep into their lives. So he was asking about their childhood. That's why when you see this video, I said childhood issues. It comes from childhood. The experts say around the age when you are born, up to age 6, some people say 6, 7, 8. What happened in that environment shaped you up to today. You may not believe it, but it did. Because it affects what they call the subconscious mind. So something happened and it's affecting you up to today. Good or bad. We're talking about the bad ones. So when Dr. Phil started asking the woman about her childhood, she said she grew up in a household where her dad would treat them like they're animals. Now you see how these whole things comes and affects you. It's weird. She said, my dad would do whatever he said. He would say, do this, do that, no question asked. And then the way he treated my mom, she was like an animal, like whatever, hitting her, doing all these things. I said, I watched it and I said, this will never happen to me. You see how these things work. The girl was watching the dad mistreating the mom, and she said, this will never happen to me. I'll never marry a man who does that to me. But you know the weird thing about it is now she grew up, she got a man who didn't do that to her, but she was doing it to him. Do you see the problem? Because she didn't go out and just find a man who treats her well. She found a man and she treated him the way her dad treated the man. Are you following that? Please put in the chat. Do you follow what I just said? Did you follow the example? Put yes, because I don't want to repeat it. I want to move on. Please like it. Please. Who giving me some money? You know, people, you don't tip me. Why don't you tip me? I'm here sharing tips. The man is saying 0. You see up there? They put it up. They were not putting it up before. They are putting it up. No one is giving me a... Did you follow the story? So the woman was trying to avoid being mistreated the way her dad did, but she ended up doing it to her own husband. So what's that? It was weird. So these things are true. Believe me, you think you're okay? I think you may not. So let's get to the examples. Please like it. Please share with others. I'm going to, I did some research, because if I start telling you, okay, how was your childhood? How did it go? You may not know the thing. Let's go to the examples. Should I start with men or with women? You tell me. I have examples, 10 examples for men and 10 examples for women to show that you have these issues. Low self-confidence leads to low self-confidence. Should I start with men or women? Please vote in the chat. You start with men, with women. So when I read something, hopefully you don't mind, right? And I start with men, okay. If I read something, and you know someone, okay, let's do it like this. If you know someone, it may be you or someone else who has this kind of issue, just type it. Type that thing that I said. Or you can just type the number. But saying the thing would help a lot. I'm going to read slowly. So when I read something and you know someone with that kind of issue, just put that, what I read. Okay, let's do quickly. And after this, I'm about to share, by the way, a solution. There's a solution to these issues. They figured it out. Okay, signs of low self-confidence in a man. Okay, maybe you women, you avoid this kind of men. They have to work on their issues before you marry them. Okay, number 1, avoiding eye contact. If you are talking to a man and he says he loves you so much, he wants to marry you, and he can't look you in the face, you know you will have an issue. Okay, let me see. I can't type in the chat. Anyone, you know someone, when they speak, they're like this, like this. They don't look you straight in the eye. You know, that's how they train young people. Remember I said that when you're young, the way you behave with your parents and everything, the way they treat you can make you a confident person or not a confident person. Do you know? And please I'm watching the screen here. I'm not watching I have 2 screens, but I'm watching this one so I can read. Avoiding eye contact. If you know a man who avoids eye contact, in fact, when I grew up, we had a young man who was a thief, and he was a professional thief. They would take him to prison, he would show up again. His name was Ahmad. Oh my goodness, that boy, he was a professional thief. He would break all locks and everything. He took my purse one time. I came and he took my money I had saved. So that man, even a young man, when he was walking in the road, he was always like this. He wouldn't look people in the eye. See, he had issues. So number 1, avoiding eye contact. Number 2, over apologizing. If you know a man who apologizes too much, I'm sorry, even when he didn't even do something wrong, whatever, he doubts himself. He's not confident. When not at fault, over apologizing. Number 3, hesitating to take leadership roles. You know how, especially when you're in school, and they say, okay, you be the leader of this or this, especially here in America. I was about to mix languages. I'm sorry. They use it a lot, like they put you in small groups, right? They did it a lot when I used to work in Uganda Revenue Authority. Whenever we went to those management courses, they call them, they put us in groups, and always you had to choose a leader. So if this man is refusing to be a leader, low self-confidence. Number 4, constantly seeking validation from others. What do you think? What do you think about this? Do you think I look good? Do you think do you think like asking people all the time? Yeah, that one. Number 5, the fear of rejection or fear of failure. Like not trying something because you say you are worried maybe you're going to fail, stuff like that. Now you think of yourself. Do you have these kinds? Number 6, comparing yourself to other men. Like you're always looking at the other man, you're checking your muscles to see if you have good muscles. How about, do you do that? Let's talk about you. Alibala, do you compare yourself with other men? Number 7, struggling to make decisions. Ooh, that one is huge. Struggling to make decisions. You have this, you have that, you can't decide what to do. That's doubt. You're doubting yourself, you're doubting your decision-making skills. Yeah. Number 8, speaking too softly or aggressively. It could be too soft or too strong, kind of too strong or too soft, one of the two. Number 9, avoiding social situations or networking with others. That will be like a loner, someone who wants to be by themselves. Number 10, dressing to blend in. Like when they're picking out what to wear or when they're shopping, they always make sure they get colors that just blend in. They don't want to stand out. Does that make sense? Okay, what did you get? I finished the men. Let me review for you. Avoiding eye contact, over-apologizing, hesitating to be a leader. They don't want to be a boss or leading others. Constantly seeking validation. What do you think? What do you think? Did I do well? What's going on? Like that. The fear of rejection or fear of failure, like going with people, like you can't say no because you just want to go with, like when they say, let's do this, you just go without saying no because they may reject you, like you are in a group of other men together, you just follow others. Number, okay, I'm not saying number this time. Comparing yourself to other men, struggling to make decisions, speaking too softly or too aggressively, avoiding social situations, and dressing to blend in. Did you find something? Hello, did you? Okay, I'm going to 10 for women. 10 issues for women. You think women have more issues than men? What do you think? Do you think women have more issues of self-confidence or men have more issues? What do you think? Okay, women now. Number 1, negative self-talk. You know, negative self-talk, self-doubt is, I'm not good enough. I'm not beautiful enough. I don't think I'm like this. Like you say things about yourself, but they are bad. They are bad. I'm ugly. I'm stupid. All those kind of things. Number 2, feeling unworthy of compliments. Like when someone says, oh, you look great. Oh, that looks good on you. Instead of saying, oh, thank you. No, you say, no, it's not true. No, like that. Yeah, that one. Number 3, avoiding risks or challenges. Like when something will challenge you, you just avoid doing those kind of things or taking risks. That's why men make a lot of money than women, because women tend to, they don't like taking risks. We're not confident like that. Number 4, struggling to say no. That one is, that one, I think many women would be like that. Struggling. Oh, welcome, sister. Salam alaikum, sister Dama. How are you? So, struggling to say no. If you are the kind of person, you are around fellow friends and whatever, or family members, whatever they ask you to do, you are in this category we're talking about. It's a low self-confidence issue, and you cannot succeed if you are saying yes to everyone. You have to look at your goals too, right? So number 5, overthinking and second guessing your decisions. Okay, you decide to do something and then you start doubting whether it was the right decision. You made the decision, just move on. So doubting, like second guessing your decision. Number 6 is seeking approval from others constantly. What do you think? Did I look good? What do you think? That looks good on you? What do you think? Like that. Number 8. Was that number 8? No. Number 7, the fear of being judged or criticized. Okay, that one is very, very common because I deal in social media, and if I had that, I wouldn't be here. If I'm worried what they will think, what will they say, you can't do what we do. If you're worried about it, you wouldn't record a video and post it because you're worried. What are you gonna say? Well, I was like that at the beginning. I recorded a whole video about it. Then you get over it. If they don't want to watch you, they can move on and watch someone else. You need to come ready to go. You don't care if they leave negative comments. You can even respond to them with something positive. But if you're worried they're going to say bad things about you in the videos and stuff, then you have this issue. Number 8, hiding behind makeup, clothes, like what you wear, are social media filters. Wow. Are you posting your real self without makeup, without filters, especially on TikTok? Really? Yeah. But sometimes I think we use filters just for fun, right? Not necessarily because you're hiding something. Just let me try to see what it looks like. I think so. I think, yeah. But if you can't show up without being your real you, that one. Then number 9, apologizing excessively. They say apologizing excessively. That's why one of the reasons why women are paid low. That the reason why some women are paid low, the women are paid less in America. Did you know that? The men are paid more than the women. I never understand it. You are doing the same job. Sometimes you may even be doing it better, but the men are paid more. That's how it is. Even in Uganda, a poor country like Uganda, a developing country like Uganda, pays men and women the same because they do the same job. But America, and I was reading, I read a lot, that they talk about how bosses will see you because you're like this. You're over apologizing, you're all this. They pay you less because they know you're not even going to complain. Yeah, they just give you whatever. But if you are a strong, confident woman, you say, no, I'm not working for that. They'll pay you more. So, over apologizing. Number 10, letting fear stop them from pursuing goals. Yeah. Oh, I see this all the time. I deal with more women than men. And I see all the things I just read, I see all the time. So, what do we do? Did you find yourself in there? Put just yes or no. Did you find yourself in what I just read? Or do you know someone like that? If you don't want to talk about yourself, did anything I read that is affecting you? Okay, now that we know we have issues, I didn't read all of them. I mean, this is the research I got, but these are more. We have issues. And there are other issues, I don't know if I can say them here, but I think I should, that I realized also by watching this Oprah stuff, that being touched, when I mean touched, like when you are touched, like a man touches a woman or a girl when she's young and without her permission, or a woman touching a young boy without his, these days they say boy, even men touch boys, women touch women. I never know. These are weird things. Hopefully TikTok, YouTube doesn't worry about those kind of things. But you know what I'm talking about? When a child is young and the opposite sex or the same sex, they touch them. When I say touch them, I think you understand. Or when they're young, it affects them forever. Forever. That's so weird. That shook me. And I also realized that in America, I think it's more common than in Africa. I don't know. Is there other things common in Africa? Africa has two issues. Number one, they're always intermingled together. So there are so many people living together. So that could be a good thing because that means those kind of things may not happen because someone is worried they will see them. But it can also be meaning that people don't have space where, say, women can be over here and men can be over there. So it leads to issues. Then here in America, it's a different kind of problem. Because people are in the houses by themselves, they don't have so many people coming together, then something weird could be happening in the house and there's no one to find out. Men abuse their own children, so much is happening and no one will know because there are few people in the house. So it can be the opposite issue. But those kind of things, now I'm serious. If you know anyone who is having that kind of issue, or if it has happened to you, please go talk to someone. You'll never be normal. You'll never be a normal husband, a normal wife, if someone touched you inappropriately at a young age. So that's a big thing. It affects people forever. So I learned that, it shocked me. So people were telling stories how these things affected them forever in their relationship later. They become husbands, they become wives, but they're not behaving normally because of what happened in their childhood. Remember, I told you, they said these things come from childhood. So what's the solution? The solution is right here. It's going to be by a man. His name is called Dave Sharpe. Dave Sharpe is the CEO of Legendary Marketer. Normally, when I talk about legendary marketing, I'm talking about marketing, digital marketing. But he came up with this self-confidence thing and said he has 5 steps to confidence. 5 steps. The other time when I talked about this, is the only second time I talked about this. I decided to come back and talk about it. I gave my own stories about school and what happened in school. I mean, about my dad asking me to repeat a class, yet I was supposed to go with my sister. I told those stories. I'm not telling it again here. But just know that this man, the thing affected my confidence. I also talk about the story of me working for free in our family shop that affected the way I do things for free too much because of that. So whatever happens at a young age is affecting you now, but you don't know, because some things you think they are normal. And especially if you grow up in too much poverty, like they were saying, oh, it's not good and we don't have money for that, it either could make you make more money or actually have a bad relationship with money that you don't make money at all. So all the things are important. So this is what Dave is saying. I'm reading from his program here. He said that any bad habit can be undone, which means things can change. When you hear someone talking about self-improvement, personal development, that's what they're talking about. When you hear someone talking about subconscious mind, they are talking about this, because the subconscious mind is made at that time. From the time you're a baby to around, some people say 6 years, 7 years, 8 years, around there, that's the subconscious mind. It was created because every baby is born clear, free, good. But what makes people change? That time, whatever happens wherever they live, wherever they grow up, they were shaped in a way, whether good or bad. Most times, bad. Bad things happen during that age, and they affect them the rest of their life. So that's what they're talking about. So it says any bad habit could be undone. Maybe you learned some bad habit during that time. Something you saw in the house and thought it was normal, yet it wasn't. Any limiting belief can be reversed. Like especially if your parents did something, like your mom said you are stupid, or your mom said you are ugly. Can you imagine if your dad said to you, and you're a girl, and your dad said you are ugly? Oh my goodness. No man will ever say you are beautiful and you believe it. You will not believe it. You say, if my own dad said I'm ugly, I must be ugly. You see, so those things are still affecting you right now. Then any defect of personality can be improved. He was saying that you can work on it to improve it. Any actionable steps. So he was saying that this thing can be undone. But he gives 5 steps. And his own story is very interesting. Let me say it before I close this. I said it's going to be a short live. His own story, right now he's a millionaire. We're talking about what's going on with him now. But when he was young, he was addicted to alcohol. He was an alcoholic as a teenager. In fact, he became a teenage dad. He made a girl pregnant, right? And then he left home and he was homeless. He says all these stories until he was homeless. He said one day he decided to go back home and beg his dad to come back home. And when he came home, his dad was in construction. He allowed him to stay and he started teaching him construction. I'm trying to show you how this man changed his life to become a millionaire right now. I'm not telling the whole story, but I'm saying this is what happened. He tells his own story. He comes home, he starts working with his dad, and then one day he was working construction. He's showing photos in the sun, working. And then one day he goes to Home Depot. So he learned a lot of stuff he could do by himself. So he was in Home Depot looking for something, and then someone was looking for a tool, something. He said, oh, I'm looking, my toilet is leaking. I told these stories, some of you who listen to me, I told the story before. He was looking for something. Another person, a gentleman, was looking for something, saying his toilet is leaking. So this Dave, the one we're talking about, at that time he was working with his dad in construction. He said, oh, if a toilet is leaking, this is what you need to do. Because he was fixing the toilet and it wasn't working. It kept leaking. So he showed him something that he had to do to tie on the toilet to stop it, right, from leaking. And the guy was happy so much. He said, really? This is going to help me? He said, yeah. He was so happy. He went to his pocket, maybe his wallet, and gave him $100. At that time, he was working maybe for $10 an hour. I don't know how much he was making at that time. I don't think he said it. But the guy gave him $100. He said, what? He gave me all this. That was many years ago, over 15 years ago. He gave me all this because I just gave him a tip, something I know. Said, oh my goodness. So which means you can sell information. That's how he started thinking about how you can sell your knowledge. And he ended up learning marketing and selling marketing. We buy all his courses. His courses are very expensive. $2,500 right now. I bought the Legendary Marketer. So the guy slowly changed his life and he's a millionaire right now. He's the CEO of Legendary Marketer. Now, he came and created this program teaching us marketing. But then he realized that people, they pay a lot of money. Like I just told you, it costs $2,500. But they don't do things. They pay, they don't do it. That's why now he came back and said, what's going on with people? He said, I think it's time to share my story. He was sharing his story slowly before. We knew all about his story. But he came up now with a recent program, this one. He called this the 5 steps to confidence because he realized that people have those issues. The issues I listed earlier. People have these issues. Ask me. I have my own stories. I write a book. Some of you are in my community. I watch this every single day. Someone comes from TikTok very excited. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do that. Nothing. You say, what happened? Self-doubt comes in. I can't do that. I can't record a video. People will judge me. All these things that I was talking about, they come and they block them. So that's why I said childhood issues are blocking your success. So Dave created this program and he's taking you through the steps. In fact, one of them, he gives you an audio to listen to and says, okay, listen, go back to your childhood. He takes you back to your childhood. Remember something. In fact, he says here, let me show you. It's right here, statement. He says that there's a statement he made here. I wish I could find it here because he was saying that there is one thing, it's possible. There is only one incident, something that happened in your childhood that has affected you the rest of your life. Just one thing. One thing. Then maybe one person said, like how I said, that your dad said you are ugly, and that has affected you. You cannot even get married because of that one statement by your dad. Because things that happen, and maybe a teacher that people you respect, they said something or did something to you when you are a child, and it affected you the rest of your life, it affected your confidence. So he's saying that let's go back. There's an audio you listen to. This is 5 steps. It's 5 steps. But this thing costs $7. Only $7. The link is right there. I can get it to you even right now. Self-confidence. 5 steps to self-confidence. But one of the things he's going to ask you to do, to listen to, after he shares all his stories, he's going to ask you to listen and go back to your childhood. Travel back and see. You imagine the life you had. You know, it gave me an aha moment. I shared it last time. I'm not going to share it again here. When I did that, that's the link right there. For those of you, it costs only $5, but it's not everywhere, by the way. This thing is not everywhere. In Africa, it's only South Africa. It's like the other programs we do. They are in some countries, not in others. If you're in Africa, it's only South Africa. You have to be in USA, in Europe, those kind of countries. But I have other programs, if you want, that are in other countries. I can share. But this one is powerful. So it says, go back to your childhood. Go back. You are like listening. Go back and think of your life. That's when I came here and shared that, oh, my dad asked me to repeat a class when I was young, said you are too young, and it affected me a lot, actually. It did. It's because I was listening to that audio. And this happened to me just recently when I got to know that. I know about the being not valuing my time. That came from selling my in the family shop for a long time and not being paid a salary. It affected me so much. I don't value my time that much. That one I knew. I was aware of that. But this was new after I went through the audio. So that was what I'm sharing today. Please, it doesn't matter if you are big like this or whatever size you are, how much money you have. By the way, even rich people have these issues. I tend to give an example of you think of a rich man, but he's a short man, or have his own issues, self-esteem issues. Just because you have a lot of money, that means you are okay. But what I know, because I like to read a lot about successful people, I like to go back to their childhood. That's why I even have the BMK book right here. I want to know, how did they do what they're doing? Most of them got an awareness of these issues. Most of them, they had an awareness at some point. Someone told them that, do you know the reason you are behaving like this is because of this and that? And they went and worked on themselves. The only thing about this stuff is very expensive. Okay, the guy is giving it to us at $7. Okay, he has other things he's selling, but I feel like if you just go through these $7 steps, I think you'll be fine. You're going to discover the thing. You're going to discover what at least you know what it is. They say, yes, those kids, you know, these kids who bully people, they call it teasing in Africa and Uganda, but bullying, it can kill you. It can kill you. Those kids, they are saying this every day to you, every day. You start believing it. But then some things happen later. You could be with your good self-esteem, you're fine, you're confident. Then you get married to the wrong person. And this person does these things to you. Like, there are people who left marriages and they're beautiful, but cannot convince them that they're beautiful because the man called them ugly, stupid, whatever. Yeah. So this is self-confidence, what I'm talking about. And let me review one more time for those of you who came later. These are examples, signs that have low self-confidence. I'm going to start with the women now. Number one, negative self-talk. If you say, I'm not smart, I can't do that, I'll never do that, those kind of things, especially if you use the I on it, or I am, stupid, I am, those kind of, you're labeling yourself, you believe it. It's not true. You believe it, but it's not true. But now we have to go back to how it started. So number two is feeling unworthy of compliments. If someone says, oh, you look good, you're doing great, and you don't feel it, you feel like, maybe they're mocking you, it's not like that. That means you doubt yourself. Now you lost self-confidence. Number three, avoiding risks and challenges. When you see something challenging, like something challenging to go on social media, to record a video, many people can't do it. It's because of that. Because it happened to me, I couldn't record it. But then I said, let me record the first one. Like if you come in, like you are in my community, for example. Today I'm not even talking about community. But if you are in my community and I say, please, you can do this. Just hold the phone and record and send to me. And you can't even do that. Now you're failing yourself. Because I'm here to support you and you don't want to do it. For me, when I started YouTube, I was like that. But I did it. I did it anyway. And I did it and I kept doing it. Now I'm doing it without fear. Number five, struggling to say no. If you say yes all the time, especially you have family members and friends, they're asking things, you can't say no. That's a sign. Number five, overthinking, second guessing your decision. If you made a decision, you made it, it's done. But if you make it and then you go back and say, oh, I wish I didn't do that, maybe I didn't make the right one, you are doubting yourself. Yeah. Then number seven, seeking, did I say that? Number six, seeking approval from others constantly. I think I have some of that, maybe. Like, oh, what do you think? Yeah, no, I don't have many people to ask. Me, sometimes when I ask for another person's opinion, but I don't think that's the same issue because most of the work I do right now, I don't have many people to ask because the stuff I do, other people don't do. So then not many people who will tell me, okay, you did that wrong or right. So maybe if I had people doing similar things, maybe I'll do that. Number seven, the fear of being judged. That one is good. Is everywhere. That's the reason why people don't start YouTube channels. That's the reason why people don't post on TikTok or do yet. This is the way we're going to make the money. But so, no. I had a girl on TikTok, on Zoom. She came very excited. I want to start a community. I want to do this. But when I said that will you be able to post on TikTok? She said, what? Me? To show my face? No. She did like this. We're on Zoom. Like I just said something that's so crazy. I'm telling you, yes. But when you go deep to ask the person why, it's actually because it's a fear of being judged or criticized. But this is your life, my friend. It's your life. No one knows what's going on in your household, why you can't pay your bills, why you're struggling money-wise, but then you are worried about someone who's going to say something. No, you come and do it. Okay, if there is another reason why you don't do it, at least do faceless. Come and post first, learn how to post. By the way, Dave is the one who had the program also teaching faceless marketing. But you don't just give up, okay? Okay, now fear of being judged. hiding behind makeup and clothes and filters. That was number 8. And number 9, apologize excessively. The men, they say men don't apologize so much, but if some of them do, then they have an issue. It's women who tend to apologize too much. Then number 10, let fear stop you from pursuing your goals. Yeah, that's a sign. Now, the men, I'm closing. Let me go back to the list for men. Number 1, avoiding eye contact. They're like this. If you're dating a man and they look like this, they can't look you in the eye. You say, oh, I got it. This one is going to have issues. Number 2, over apologizing for men. That would be weird. A man who apologizes too much. Number 3, hesitating to take leadership. They don't want to be a leader. So if they don't want to be a leader, now they want to marry you, then they don't want to lead their household. Wow. So the woman is going to be the leader. That will be a sign. Number 4, constantly seeking validation from others. Oh, what do you think? What do you think? You think my master's good? What do you think? Asking others. Number 5, fear of rejection, fear of failure. Number 6, comparing themselves to fellow men. Oh, I'm not like him. I'm not like her. Like when they are, especially when they are trying to attract a woman. Then they're looking, oh, no, I don't think it's going to go with me. Have you seen those confident men? They're confident. I know a confident man who is very, very ugly. I'm sorry to say. Very, very ugly. But he's so confident, he doesn't even know. Janet, are you still here? I think you left. It's too late for you. You slept. You'd laugh at this one. It's so obvious that he's very, very ugly. But it's like, it's not true. He's so simple. He's the one to show up fast. So it's the confidence. He's not even feeling he doesn't even care that he's ugly. Okay, so comparing themselves to other men. Yeah. Number 7, struggling to make decisions. Yeah, it's common. I know someone who struggles to make decisions. They make them like 10 things. Now they can't choose which one to do. That one is a killer. It kills your dreams. You have to narrow it down. Eliminate until you get to the last 2, and then eliminate and get to the right one. Me, decision making, I do make decisions. It's easy. Eliminate. Do eliminate mention method. If you have 3 schools, you have to choose one. Go. Advantage, disadvantage. Advantage. What is so important to you? This one has it. This one doesn't. Eliminate until you get to the last one. Yeah, that's how you make decision. Struggling to make a decision. Number 8, speaking too softly or too aggressively. So if a man is speaking too softly or too aggressively, it could be a sign, because that when they speak too aggressively, they are overcompensating. Number 9, avoiding social situations. They will call them maybe a loner. They don't want to show up because they are, you must think they are shy, but actually it's this confidence thing. Number 10, dressing to blend in. Like when they are choosing what to wear, they make sure no one will notice they exist. Anyway, those are signs I got. Oh, she's still here. Janet, sleep. Sleep. Yeah. I have, there are some jokes I make, and I know you will be the one to laugh. All right? So what did you get out of this? Please put in the comments. I'm closing it. So again, Dave Sharpe is sharing his stories and what he had to go through to stop the drinking, to stop all the things he had to go through to create the life he has right now. And he's sharing, he poured his heart out. He said, let me tell them what happened to me and what I had to do to become a confident person again. So the link is, I gave it to you. It costs only $7, but it's not for everyone. Now, the way this works, the way this confidence thing, this, because they have this issue, people buy things and they don't log in. I cannot believe it. I recommend all the time. They go pay and forget that they even pay. So what I did with this one, after I pay the $7, it's locked. It's going to be locked. They don't open it until you connect with them. They open it for you to make sure you're going to watch these things. Okay, in one night, you actually finish the whole thing. If you did it in one night, you're going to benefit more rather than doing it one day and another day and another day. Because he talks like for 2 minutes and gives you an exercise. Then he talks for another few minutes, he gives you an exercise. So if you block out a few hours, I don't remember how long to take you to finish the whole thing. Oh, I remember. They give you an assignment every day. It's day 1, day 2, day 3, day 4, day 5. Step 1, step 2, 3, 4, 5. So if you blocked out some time, like at the same time, maybe every morning or every evening, and you go through 1, 2, 3, 4, and finish it, my goodness, you're not going to be the same person. That one, I guarantee you. I discovered something I didn't know, because this is not the first program I went through. I've seen these kind of things, but this one took me far back. It took me far back, and I discovered that thing that I talked about my dad. Yeah. So who wants to do this? Who wants to go do the challenge? But it's not for everyone. It's a 5 steps to self-confidence. So if I logged into mine here, those of you who want to connect with me, because right now I didn't come with the intention of connecting with you, but let me show you how to connect with me. If you feel like you really want to connect with me, let me give you this. Come to my community if you want this, because this community is about people who want to start communities, but it's the only way you can connect with me. I didn't prepare anything else for you. Let me see. So if you want to connect with me, click this link, the one I'm putting right now. If you feel like you want to come and connect with me, that one, the one I just put in the chat, click it and come and apply to my community. And then make sure when you apply to my community that when I say yes, send me a message. This is school. It's school. It's not, it's called the school. The one I'm doing right now, let me put in it. But today it wasn't a day for school, but let me do it. Because some of you who are watching, you may want to connect with me. That's called school. It's a free community. Come connect with me. I do many, many things. One of them is this, because I realize people want to do things, but then they don't. So why? The guy is right. It's confidence. It's killing us. It's killing everything. So let's go deep in the childhood. What happened? Let's find out. And after we find out what it is, the next step will be using I am affirmations and all that stuff. They'll tell you what you need to do. Thank you so much. Especially Malaysia family, thank you for being here. You always make this special. I really love you so much. And all of you who are watching, please check out my videos here. I've been talking about school, making passive income. Me, I talk until I can't talk but you know now we are doing it. Ramadan is about to come. So when Ramadan comes, we'll take breaks. Well, I won't be here as much. So I'm going to overwork a little bit in the remaining days of Feb so that we can rest in Ramadan when Ramadan comes. So those of you who want to, is anyone interested in coming to my community? I could wait for you. I could wait for you right here. Click that link. I could wait for you and approve you right now. You have to go through a process though. I'll approve you, and when I approve you, okay, and me, I share tips. I want you to work from home the way I do. Watch the other videos I have here. Maybe I could share that also for some of you. Thank you so much. I really appreciate you being here. Go heal yourself from childhood issues. There are issues. And if you're a parent right now and you're listening to me right now, please know that whatever you are doing, if you're a parent of younger children, you are affecting them in a way you don't even know. You are affecting them in a way you don't know. You are affecting either in a good way or in a bad way. You are either saying words to them that they're going to believe the rest of their lives. So we have to be careful, because there's no school where they teach parenting. We make these mistakes without knowing that we're making them. And our moms, dads made them too. They didn't know what we were doing was affecting us. But now that the teachers are teaching us things, we know that what you do with the baby from the time they are baby to the time they are 6, 7, 8, around that age, is affecting them for a long, long time. So they do our very, very best, okay? I belong to the light. Meaning what? When you say you belong to the light, what do you mean? Hopefully I'm not to bring religion in my chat, are you? So who here, I could switch the topic a little bit. I teach school. I'm a school affiliate actually. There's something called school, and school is like Facebook. I didn't intend to do this, but since you are here, let me tell you about school. School is like Facebook. It's called school. I write it earlier there. Let me put it here. So for those of you who want to make money online, that's what I do here. And the reason I bring in self-confidence is so people can take action and come and create the money. And the kind of money I'm teaching these days, I'm sharing, is money that keeps coming, passive money. So I just to put the word school. That school is, if you're not aware of school, It's a platform. It's like Facebook. It's new. And when you go there, you create a community. And this community is going to be about something that you like, you love, and it can be, they put 9 categories right now. The first one is hobby. If you have a hobby like cooking or whatever, reading, whatever, you can create a community about it. Music, I don't like talking about music too much. Technology, personal development. I can open it here and read. So these communities, people are making serious money. People are making serious money. And my job is to tell you about these communities. So the categories are hobbies, music, money. Money meaning business and money, making money online, stuff like that. Those are categories. Then spirituality, technology, health, sports, and they have self-improvement. And the topic I was handling today is self-improvement. And love. They have love, relationships. So all these, you can create a community about them. And you make money by subscription. So that's a whole another topic when you find me talking about that. So you make passive money, meaning they pay you, you earn money every single month. I'm so passionate about this. I want to tell you about it in another video, though not now. Do we have anyone here who would love to come on Zoom with me right now? You want to come on Zoom? Let me see. If anyone wants to come on Zoom with me, one time I tried to share a Zoom link and YouTube didn't do it. Let me try today and see. If any one of you wants to know about school, that wasn't my topic today. I could give you a link right here. You come on Zoom. Me, I'm on Zoom all the time. Let me put it here. The one who belongs to the light, let's see if YouTube can allow it. Yeah, they did. So if any one of you is seeing that link that I just put in the chat and you want to be on Zoom with me, come. I'll tell you about school. Because today the topic wasn't school. If you want me to show you how people are making good money, and this is international. The challenge wasn't. The 5 steps for confidence is not international. Or if you're in Africa, it's only South Africa. Europe, USA, Australia, like that, you can get into the challenge. The one I said earlier about the confidence. But this school that I'm inviting you, that's international. So if any one of you wants to come to my Zoom, I just put the link right there. My Zoom is open. I can talk to you about anything, making money online, this confidence that I'm talking about, starting a business, affiliate marketing. I do so many things. Those of you seeing me for the first time, I'm Sherifa Nakalema, Virginia, USA. I'm saying bye to you right now, and you can connect with me. That link, anyone wants it before I close, I'm on Zoom. Zoom is open. If you want to come to my Zoom right now, that's the link. I just put it right there. Let me put it one more time. You can click that link and come and join me on Zoom. I can talk to you about all the other stuff, even this challenge that I'm talking about here, about the self-confidence. Or if you want to understand how school works, I can talk to you about that. You just start a community and make money like that. Or if you want to learn affiliate marketing, digital marketing, I do all this stuff. Start a YouTube channel, TikTok, all that stuff. Okay, anyone clicking the link, click that link and come and join me here on Zoom. I could give you like 10 minutes. Otherwise, I'm closing it. Thank you all so much. For those of you who are going to watch this later, I'm going to put a link in the pinned comment, and that will take you to the confidence stuff I was talking about, to Dave Sharpe. It costs only $7. $7 to go through the 5 steps, and you'll be glad you did. Even if you just go to that meditation that he does that takes you to your childhood to discover those things that are hidden in there, you'll be glad you did. $7 is nothing if you can get that information. So is anyone joining me on Zoom, or I close it? I shared a link in the chat. Click it and come and join me. Thank you all so much. Check out my other videos. Please subscribe, share these videos. Anyone will benefit from this. If you don't have this, you are in a country that doesn't have this, you connect with me, I'll show you other programs. But this one is really great and very affordable. Okay, thank you so much. Like it, share. Bye-bye.